Ooh, this middle part. This middle part is taking me to another dimension. Hey guys. So I wasn't planning on filming today. That's always a good start. But honestly, it just hit me throughout the day. I was like, I want to film. I want to film something. And I know that the last video I posted on this channel was a lot and it was very intense. And I think that's made me feel like I can't post because I'm like, what the fuck do I post after that? But at the end of the day, like, you know, I deserve to still have fun. Like I deserve to still come on here and just have a good time. So I wanted to do somewhat of a transition video, which for me are always Q&As. I feel like I always position Q&As in my channel at points in my life where like I just moved or like something just happened where I feel like I just want to sit down and do like a refresh. And that's what I hope this video will be. Oh my God, I cannot stop staring at the monitor at my middle part. Guys, I let Gen Z bully me. Can we just talk a second about how I was such a TikTok hater and now everything I do is based off of TikTok. Everything I eat, how I do my hair, how I do my makeup, everything is because of TikTok. But anyway, point is, Gen Z decided that side parts in your hair are trash. They say that middle parts are what look best on everyone, and I'm gonna say right now I have to disagree with that. I don't think that middle parts look best on everyone, and I wasn't even sure that it looked better on me, but then I asked you guys on Instagram whether you guys thought it looked like shit or not, and the majority of you said it didn't look like shit, but somehow I feel like from the time I posted that story to now, it started looking like shit. But anyway, today's video is gonna be a tipsy Q&A, and honestly, I do love Q&As, although they're super simple and like the laziest YouTube video anyone can make. It also gives me topics to talk about, and you guys are always saying, we just want to hear you talk about anything. We don't care. Just sit and talk, bitch. So let's test that theory. If you really just want to hear me sit and talk about nothing. Anyway, I'm definitely tipsy. I made sure to complete that step. And I have not looked at any of the questions that you guys asked. Normally I go through the questions just to kind of like see what's up, what's the vibe, but I did not do that this time. So let's see what the fuck you guys asked. Do you think you would ever move back to Miami or LA? No. You know what? Actually, I should have learned by now from how many times I've fucking moved. Never say never, Jessie. You just look stupid. I strongly doubt I would ever move back to Miami or LA. My mom moved here to Georgia and I have my big brother here in Georgia. And honestly, there were a couple other questions too asking me if like I saw myself living in Georgia long term. And the answer is yes. I really like it here. I mean, I'm not gonna live here forever. And the only reason I know that for a fact is because I know that we're gonna live overseas, like at some point. You know, my husband's Algerian and he's French. And I know that we're probably gonna live in France or we may live in the UK. But the point is, we're gonna live overseas where we're close enough to his parents at some point in life. I don't think it's fair to tell him like, oh, we met in the US, like we gotta stay here forever. It's kind of an intense thought to think of living overseas, but that being said, like what an amazing opportunity that I would never have had really. I mean, I could have always lived overseas, but like when you have someone that is from the place that you're moving to or is familiar with Europe or familiar with the place that you're going to, it's a lot easier. Especially having his family over there, it'll be a lot easier for us. So I think at some point down the line, maybe in like 10 years or something, we will live overseas. But I do see myself in Georgia for a long time and I definitely don't see myself going back to Miami. Although don't get me wrong, I miss Miami. I miss my friends in Miami. I miss going to Miami. Like I just want to go there. I want to hang out with all my friends. I want to have a good time, maybe go to Disney and then get the fuck out of Florida. I don't know. I like it here and I definitely don't think I'm going to the 305. I am not 305 till I die. Have you found any new quarantine hobbies? Love you. I love you too. And funny you asked that. I don't know how I haven't told this story on this channel yet, but I tried to take up rollerblading earlier this year. Actually, it was more towards August in 2020. I remember because as a gift, my brother got me rollerblades, but like the inline skating ones or like the ones that are 4 wheels in a line, not like the 4 that are side by side. You know what I'm saying? Point is, my brother got me skates because we used to skate on those as kids and I was so excited. I thought this was gonna be my new thing. And we went to a trail that's like right by the house and oh God, I hate telling this story. It was just me, Noah, and my brother. And I said, you know what? This is actually so cute because like the trail is by a creek. And I was like, I'm gonna take Noah in the stroller and that way I can skate with him in the stroller. Like that is the cutest shit I've ever heard. Normally I'm really insecure in skates because I fall a lot or like I just lose my balance. And I was like, well, I'll have him to hold. Like if I'm gonna fall, I have the stroller to like fall on. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna fall basically was my thought process. I don't know if you guys have ever been on skates, but something that happens with them, it's quite bizarre, is that when there's a hill, even if it doesn't look like a hill to the naked eye, your skates, you'll just start accelerating very quickly. I was just going down, and as we started going down, I noticed that, oh, I think this is on a bit of a slope. It didn't look like a slope, but like once you started going, you started realizing that you picked up some speed. So then Joey starts trying to give me some sort of tutorial. At the moment where I notice we're picking up speed, and he starts telling me like, oh, I saw this thing online where like you have to go in zigzags to slow down. I was not receiving any of that information, and I just started saying, Joey, we're going really fast. And it happened so fast that we just started going at a speed that I could no longer control. And I kept trying to brake, and I started freaking out, and I was like, Joey, it's too fast. It's too fast. It's too fast. And like, I'm screaming. Mind you, there's people around, which makes the story extra delicious. But anyway, to give you like a basic picture, we're going down this tiny little slope at like lightning speed. Maybe it was like 5 miles per hour in reality, but it felt so fast. And all I see ahead of me is trees, and then I could do a sharp turn either way to start the trail. And I just knew we weren't gonna make it. And so I just started screaming. I was like, Joey, it's too fast, it's too fast. And he grabbed Noah's stroller and he like reared them into the grass, and everyone just ate shit. Everyone just ate absolute shit. Noah's stroller went back, like he was like this on the ground, but he didn't get hurt at all. Like he was completely fine. The worst thing that happened to him was his snacks went all over the place. He didn't cry or anything. He actually was looking around like, what the fuck did you idiots just do? I ate shit horribly. My tailbone went straight to the concrete, like the pavement. I was in pain for almost an entire week. I could barely walk. It was so embarrassing. And I just started making a sound like that episode in Family Guy when Peter gets hurt and he's just like, like repeatedly. That's what I did. And then people were asking if we were okay. I was mortified. I just literally was telling Joey, I want to go home. But we didn't go home, actually. I ended up putting on my chancletas and I retired my skates for good. I have not skated since then. Joey keeps telling me that like when you fall, you got to try again, like right then and there, because the more you don't try because of the fall, then you build up your trauma like for skating or for whatever activity. And that's definitely happened. I've definitely built a huge trauma and fear of skating, and I have not done it since. Anyway, story time. I almost died on my skates. I don't know why I went into that entire fucking story, but no, I haven't gone into any quarantine hobbies. I tried, and then I never tried again. What's a conspiracy theory everyone should look into? Honestly, I don't know. That actually led me into a good question that I have for you guys, because I have been thinking, obviously, like, what the fuck do I want to do with this channel? Where am I gonna go from here? I have a beauty channel, and on that channel, I have like so much more of a clear idea of the content I want to make, and like regularly can come up with ideas. But for this channel, so much has changed since I started it. But something I used to do that I would like to bring back to this channel is like conspiracy theories or true crime type videos, because I do watch a lot of true crime videos. And so that question kind of reminded me to ask you guys if that's something you're into. And if it is, you know what I'm gonna do actually? Kendall Rae actually does this thing on her channel where she has like a form in the description of her YouTube videos where people can go on those forms and like submit cases for her to look into and see if she talks about them. I'm gonna put one in the description of this video because it's so much easier than asking you guys to like comment cases or like conspiracy theories that you want me to talk about. Why am I rambling on about this? Point is, I would like to bring that back to my channel, and that question just reminded me of that. You know what I just fucking remembered? I think I've had like half a glass of water today. What the fuck? Then I wonder why I get nauseous 45 times a day. There's your answer, bitch. Tips on surviving late 20s. I'm entering, LOL. Can I just say something? I'm not scared of aging. I'm really not. Like, I know I'm gonna age. I actually look forward to aging to a certain degree where I'm like, okay, one day, hopefully I'll be 80 years old and I can look back on my life and be like, holy shit, I lived 80 years of life. That's fucking crazy. With that being said, there was some sort of TikTok that I saw that mentioned people in their early 20s. Like, they specified early 20s. And when I realized that I was no longer in my early 20s, I had like an entire crisis. I'm 27 years old. That's still very young. Obviously, I know that, but I'm no longer in my early 20s. And it just blew my mind. I actually mentioned this on a video that Kathleen and I did together on her channel where I was like, I just don't feel comfortable with people being younger than me. I'm always the youngest person. When the fuck did people get younger than me? That's not okay. I'm not all right with that. But anyway, okay, the question was tips for surviving your late 20s. You came to the wrong place. I don't know. I just genuinely don't think I have any tips. You can drink. That's fun, but you're kind of over that because it's like, okay, I'm not 21 anymore. Like, yeah, I can drink. I've been able to drink for almost 10 years. Then you have all your bills. Nobody helps you with them. Yeah, no tips here. Anyway, do you remember the last time you went out and got fucked up? Story time. The last time I went out and got fucked up was New Year's 2020. It was actually at Kathleen's house and we were all super wasted. I was gone. Like I threw up that night. And honestly, it was pretty horrible just because everyone had the flu. And it's honestly kind of crazy to think back to a time where like people would be sick and go out of their house anyway. Like I feel like from now on, people won't do that anymore. Or maybe that's me being like hopeful, but like if I have the flu, I'm not gonna go to a party and like be talking to people this close. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we won't do that again. But so many people at that party were sick and we were all just talking to each other. I remember our really good friend was like sitting on the couch and I thought he was fucked up. Like I thought he was super drunk, but he just had a fever. Like everyone was so sick and it was kind of a weird foreshadowing for what was to come. But that was the last time I went out and got fucked up because like right after that I went back to LA and then everything just started shutting down. It was pretty bizarre. Ooh, I like this one. What do you consider some things that sound like compliments but are actual insults? I feel like I see these all the time on TikTok, but I despise those comments that will be like, I just came to the comments making sure nobody was being negative. Okay, bitch, who the fuck asked you? Fucking comment patrol. Ain't nobody asked you to be here, Paul Blart. By saying that, that means that you know that people would probably have something negative to say, so why don't you instead just come here and leave a positive comment? Why don't you do that? Or why don't you say what you really want to fucking say? First vacation you want to take when the pandemic is over. I actually am dying to go to Disney World. I feel like I did not expect to miss it as much as I miss it, but it's not such a far drive from me now that I'm in Georgia and I'm like, fuck. You know how many times I could have gone to Disney World by now? Especially because I feel like Noah's at the age now where like he would appreciate it. Like it's not like we just have him in a stroller the entire time like we used to. But definitely like Disney World or a cruise. Oh God, I love cruises so much. Unfortunately for me, Nassim hates cruises. I just ignore that. I just choose to live as if that fact did not exist. He just hates cruises and he gets like all nauseous and shit. And I'm not gonna lie, it kills my vibe. Definitely kills my cruise vacation vibe. Oh my God, someone just actually asked a cruise related question. That's funny. They said, would you take your son on a cruise if times were different or are cruises adults only? I am in the camp that unless you're on a Disney cruise, cruises are adults only. Now, that's not to say that like you can't bring your kid on a cruise, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm saying for me, first of all, you have to pay an adult rate for kids. There is no child rate for a cruise. Can you believe that? That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if Disney does like child rates, but for sure every other cruise line charges a child as if they were an adult. But also it's like you're in such a small room. There's not a lot of activities. I know they have like children programs and shit like that. I'm not leaving Noah in a random daycare on a cruise. Like it's not happening. It's just to me not the vibe, especially if you're going on like a Carnival cruise, super not the vibe for a child. I just want to enjoy. I don't want to be scared that he like flies off the boat or something. Like I just want to chill. I just want to get fucked up and lay in the sun. And what, I have to shower him in that tiny little shower? Like it's just not the vibe at all. So for me, cruises are adults only unless it's a Disney cruise. That's a different story in my opinion. What dreams/goals do you have for your life? Damn. I don't know. Sometimes I have crises about this. Sometimes I'm genuinely like, Jesse, YouTube isn't forever, bitch. Figure it out. I'll be honest. I think that my ultimate goal in life is to be happy with where I'm at. I think that's a goal that I would like to achieve one day. I feel like I've never been happy where I'm at. I'm always wanting to be somewhere else. I'm wanting to always do more, and I just want to be chill and I just want to be happy with where I'm at. And I think that's an attainable goal. I think I could get there someday, and I think I'm almost there actually. How are you doing? Truly and honestly. Every time I get these questions, it makes me want to cry. Honestly, I feel like I'm doing good. Considering everything that's taken place, I feel like, I mentioned this on my beauty channel actually, but I feel like grief, when something happens, it's so complicated because you can be fine one second and then you're just not the next, and then you get so confused. You're like, wait, so I'm not fine now? Does that mean I'm not over it, or does that mean that I'm worse off than I was 10 days ago? Like you just don't fucking know where you stand because you're sad and then you're not, and then you're happy and you're not. Overall, I feel like I'm doing good. I think it's a journey. I think that I'm on it, and I think that overall I have more happy days and more days where I'm like, okay, I'm doing all right. But honestly, I want to thank you guys so much for being so fucking amazing on my video where I was talking about my miscarriage and you guys just shared your stories. I ended up leaving the comments on for that. Oh, it pushed me through a really difficult time, and I just want to thank you guys for being so fucking amazing and sharing your stories. And yeah, what else can I say? You guys are awesome. Will you be doing a virtual collab with Kathleen soon? Yes. I did one over on her channel, but I really would appreciate if you guys all went and bullied her and told her that she should play Among Us with me for a video. Granted, I don't know what the fuck Among Us is. I don't know. Is it a dead trend? I don't know. I've never played it. Doesn't the corpse husband guy still play it? Everyone still likes that shit, right? Let's do it. Go and bully Kathleen and tell her to fucking play that game with me. Thank you very much. I just think it would be fun to get drunk and play it. I have no idea what it entails, but I just think it'd be a good time. Do you consider yourself as an inspiration to others? P.S. You inspire me. Well, that's very sweet. That's a tough one. You know, certain things will happen where I realize how nice so many of you are and just how you must actually have a connection to me to be that nice to me. But I cannot lie, I have a lot of issues believing that I can inspire anyone to do anything. Maybe it's just my insecurities, but I think of that and it's a hard concept to grasp. I'm like, I inspire people, but like, I don't even inspire myself. I don't know if I even talked about anything throughout this video. Did I say words? Did they sound like sentences? I don't know. I'm getting to that sleepy whine portion where you're just like, oh, good night. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I will see you very soon. Please leave suggestions down below or go to that link in my description that's going to be there to submit any conspiracy theories or true crime cases that you may want me to cover. I can't remember if I already said thank you guys for watching, but if I did, thank you guys for watching. Again, please do not comment below what you think of my middle part, okay? I don't think I can handle all the opinions. But anyway, please subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys very much and I will see you soon. Bye!